It's Linda Canase from iCrafter. Welcome to our channel. Today I'm sharing the Toolbox gift card holder. There are 13 pieces in this die set. It is absolutely the cutest thing for a Father's Day gift card idea. This is a finished piece I did, and it is mounted on the front of an A2 card, so you can see that. And inside here is a gift card. There's all these little drawers and these little tools. The drawers, of course, don't move, but they are foam padded, so they have some dimension to them. And you could either glue down these tools or just set them on top. And the tools include a hammer, a handsaw, pliers, and a wrench. Plus there's also letters to spell the word Dad if you want to do that. So let me go ahead and show you how to build this. Here are the main pieces you need to die cut. So I'm going to make this into a freestanding gift card holder, not mounted to an A2 card. So I cut two pieces of the main part of the toolbox. And then for the drawers, I cut two long ones and two short ones. This is the flap that is the lid. It has a little angle here, so you know that there's a fold there to put the top of the toolbox. And then I cut two of these long skinny silver strips and two of the short skinny strips in silver cardstock. And then because on this one we're going to be able to see the back side, what I did was I cut four of the wheels and then two of the I guess they're the swivels or the piece that holds the wheels on. I cut two of them facing one direction, and then I flipped the silver cardstock over and I cut two facing the other direction. And I'll explain later why that is needed so that you can put it on the back. So let me go ahead and start assembling this. I'm going to set the main red pieces aside, and I'm going to work first on these drawers. So, another thing I need to explain on the big red piece, let me show you here. You will notice there are three little crease rules here on both sides. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And they show up as a very faint little mark on your die cut here. And that is to help you align your drawers, these drawers, when you're gluing them down. So you can see one goes there, the second long one goes there, and it just aligns with those crease marks. I hope you can see that. I don't know if you can. And then the two short ones just align across the top. So I also suggest that you do the two long ones first and then do the short ones later. I'm going to use liquid adhesive to glue the silver onto the the drawers, basically. And you repeat this for all of them, but you just adhere this to the top, the long strips to the top of the long drawer, of course, and the short strips to the top of the short drawers. So you're going to repeat that for all four of these, because you have two of the small ones. Okay. This is another good use for the iGrip tweezers. So you can see I'm not holding it closed. It is a reverse grip, so it holds it while you're applying the adhesive. And it also has this wider tip, so it has more area to grip. So next we're going to attach it to the cards. We only need one piece for right now. Let me set this aside. So what I'm going to do is first glue on the wheels. Now on these pieces, I cut them because this is on the back of the card. I cut it in reverse. So on the metallic cardstock, I cut it from the back. So that gives us this correct facing little wheel support here. Okay, so that's going to be the back of our card. So it will assemble like this when we're done, and you'll have to see the front and the back. Okay, so going back to the front of the card, now remember I mentioned about these 3 lines on the side. We are going to apply the drawers using foam tape. On the front side of the card, we're just going to align these with these notches here. Okay. Now you'll notice that I put the foam more towards the bottom, so it becomes a little more of a pocket for the tools to sit in if you want to put them in there. So again, I'm aligning with the little notches on the side here. And it just gives you a little bit easier to keep them straight. And I recommend you start from the bottom because as you get closer to the top, the line only goes halfway, and this kind of gives you a visual of where you want to be horizontally. So, and you can see again, there's a little bit of a line right here. So you just want to line that up with it and try to go straight across, and I can't quite see it, but I hope that's fairly straight. It's a little crooked, isn't it? Just trying to be a little bit straighter. Okay, so now you have the front and you have the back. Actually, we can attach it right now. There is a crease line across it, so we're just going to fold it along that crease line and use our iPress burnisher. Okay. And now at this point, if you wanted to add the letters for Dad, you can. You could add it right across the front here. This makes a great Father's Day card. Okay. So what we're going to do is add the letters for Dad. We're starting with the center. You always want to start in the center because you could adjust it that way better. So I'm just going to add, this is about right. I'm just eyeballing it. And now that you know where the center is, you just add the, well, it does help to do it right side up. And you don't have to add this if you don't want. I'm just showing it as a nice little idea to give a gift card to your dad. But if you want to do it like a gift card for a brother or a son or someone. Okay, now I'm going to just adhere this inside of the card. Now, I'm giving it a little bit, I'm going up slightly. Let me show you what I mean. I'm a little bit higher than that edge because I want it to fold over nicely. So okay, so you see there's a little bit of a lip up there, and you want to make sure it folds nice and flat again. Okay. And now we're just going to glue the front to the back. And when we do that, we want to just stay on the very outer edge so that there's enough room for the card to fit, but you can also glue down here. You want to put that in the center there, add some adhesive down here. I'm using liquid adhesive. I think it just, for this case, I need a thin bead of glue here. So you want to keep the center open. And now we're just going to align it. And I think the easiest is to align along the bottom so that the wheels are aligned the easiest. Now you remember, don't put any adhesive across the top or you won't be able to put a gift card inside. So, okay. So let that dry a little bit. If you want to make sure okay, so you want to press down the sides, and the bottom. That's a good idea too. So we're just going to doing this a little awkwardly, but we're just trying to make sure it has a good hold. So I'm going to set that aside to dry. Okay. And now I have all my tools. I have a hammer, a wrench, a plier, and a handsaw. But there's also a die piece to cut the handle, because that saws and hammers generally have a different kind of handle. Let me glue this on and I'll show you the next, something a little more detailed that you could do. So that's the handle for the hammer. And then for the saw, okay, and now for the saw, it's just this little handle part. And I'm using my iClick die pick for many, many uses, together with my iGrip tweezers, my reverse tweezers, which are so handy. And in fact, what this could be doing is holding that so that it's nice and tight to dry while I work on this. And then I'm also using my iPress burnisher to make sure everything gets a nice, good, able to adhere well. Because I use metallic cardstock, it does have a tendency to bow like this, so I would just kind of press it down so that it holds better or stays flatter. So now you could just tuck these in here. Again, you can glue these down if you wish so that they stay in place better. But that's pretty much it. The only other thing is that you could add your gift card here inside there. And there's your, if you tuck it all the way down, there's your flap, and you could seal it up. The card's kind of sticking to there. And there you have your Toolbox gift card holder. And the other thing too, I just want to mention, the mini Instax photos also fit inside of these, which is kind of a fun way. Maybe you don't give a gift card, maybe you just want to share a photo. This is the Toolbox gift card holder, and this is just kind of the fun way to use it independently, just loose. And then this is if you want to put it on the front of a card to use it that way. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell to receive more creative ideas from iCrafter. And be sure and visit us at iCrafter.com for more inspiration. Thanks for watching. See you next time.